For the first time ever, we are bringing a boxing show into a stadium arena. It's never been done before. The first time ever, we're bringing the zone to Nigeria, which has never been done before.
Oh.
So it's streaming globally. For the first time ever, we have the likes of Dan Aziz fighting in Nigeria for the first time.
Sporty greetings and welcome. Chaos in the Ring. It has been described as the biggest boxing event that will happen in Nigeria. I don't know, but by no boxing is so big in the country. Do you know that before Nigeria gained independence in 1960, 65 years ago, Nigeria had already produced world boxing champions. Oh yes, DK to Tiger and Hogan Kidbasi. And then the country went on to produce loads of boxing champions. I remember Samuel Okon-Peter, went all the way. Obisi Anwakpa, God bless his soul, the Golden Gloves was a superstar. With Jerry Uborodudu. Look, I can go on and on and on. Legends. Nigeria has produced champions in boxing, but suddenly started giving attention to football, and then the sport started dying. I caught up with Dr. Ezekiel Adamu. You listened to him at the start, and he said, look, they want to use this one to make a statement that boxing can go beyond a sport in Nigeria, that it can empower young persons and create business opportunities. So I met him at the Peacock Gym, right after I spoke with Dan Aziz. I sat down with Dr. Ezekiel Adamu. I needed to really understand the amount of work that has gone into Chaos in the Ring, and will it lead to all of the hypes that it has been getting. Let's have that.
My name is Dr. Ezekiel Adamu, the CEO of Balmoral Promotions, and the organizers of the Chaos in the Ring, and then the organizers of the Chaos in the Ring, the biggest historical boxing event coming to Nigeria first time on October 1st, 2025, which will be streaming live on the zone. And then we're bringing the world to Nigeria, bringing the eyes of the world to Nigeria, eyeballs of the world to Nigeria on October 1st, and we're super excited to be there.
Chaos in the Ring, why did you say it to be historic?
So it will be historic on numerous grounds. For the first time ever, we are bringing a boxing show into a stadium arena. It's never been done before. The first time ever, we're bringing the zone to Nigeria, which has never been done before.
Oh.
So it's streaming globally. For the first time ever, we have the likes of Dan Aziz fighting in Nigeria for the first time. Someone who is a champion here who has never fought in Nigeria before. We have Glanton and Marcus Browne, who are headlining the show. These are top cruiserweights in America that fought everywhere in the world. These are people that fought on the biggest career season, Queensbury, Matchroom, and everywhere. They're fighting in Nigeria for the very first time. For the very first time, we have Nigerian fighters facing international fighters for the very first time. Should I go on? Is that enough? So on numerous
when are we going to have Anthony Joshua?
Anthony Joshua, who will also at some point be featuring on Chaos in the Ring in the future, is our guest celebrities coming up. Moses Utuma, who is the youngest prospect, is also going to be coming for the event. We have Michael Rideout, who is the executive vice president of the zone, will be coming for the event. We have Lawrence Okoli, who will be coming for the event. We are speaking with Big Baby Miller, which is Jerry Miller, to come for the event as well, who will also be event. So the event is historical on numerous fronts.
Awesome.
This is an event that could have happened anywhere in the world, and it's happening in Nigeria. So it's major. This is the first time that we have the heavyweights coming to Nigeria, not just to come and do a courtesy visit, but to come for a proper fight. So I mean, on different grounds, this is the first one ever. This is historic on numerous ones. This will be the smallest one we'll be doing because it's just going to grow from here and onwards.
Awesome. I like it. Particularly that we'll be looking for, ways to project Nigeria boxing to the world stage. What was it like putting this together?
So the vision of this actually came about a few years ago. About a year ago when we hosted the. So for me, I've been involved in entertainment for almost about 2 decades now. I've been doing shows, events. Balmoral has the largest network of venues across the whole of Nigeria put together. So we always come up with our own different experiences and different events. And as you know, from my background, for sporting background, my dad ran Nigerian sport for a long time. My brother is involved with CAF as well too. So me getting into sports is just a natural because this is what I knew from day one. So when I knew I was going to get into boxing, I said, how do we go? And I know boxing, on any sport you want to go into, any success you want to go in, you need to go down first. You need to dig down. So we've been building this for years. It seems like it's just springing up now. But I actually like to liken us like a Chinese bamboo who has been growing deep underground. So by the time it's growing, it seems like, wow, the growth is so fast, but no, it's not fast. It's something we're doing for years now. It just seems like it's growing fast, but we've been building the foundation for years and years. So it's just a time that it is coming to grow. And this is just the beginning because Nigeria's got so many champions ready to rise. Nigeria's got so many hungry people ready to come out of poverty. Nigeria's got so many champions in Nigeria. It's just the platform, and that's what we brought up now. And I'm super excited for what the future holds and what is coming.
This platform, is it sustainable?
So I will tell you it's sustainable because I'll give you an example just so you know. When Balmoral came into events in Nigeria, at that time, I don't know how far you've been in Nigerian entertainment scene, the bragging right at that time was like, oh, I locked down 3 streets and nobody could get to their house before midnight because Mr. D was doing their own party. That was the bragging right. So when we came about saying I want to do event and structure event and event center and all of that, it was a struggle because at that time, how do you move bragging right from people having events at home in the street and blocking people off and inconveniencing people to now moving an event center? But we're resilient. Right now, you can't even block off any street. Event centers have become major business in Nigeria, and that's how Balmoral came in. So in terms of sustainable, it means that we know how to build industries. We understand how to do sustainable business. So coming into boxing and using that same platform, using that same channel to build a sustainable business where boxing doesn't just grow, not because of Balmoral, but build an industry based on this. And that is what we're all about. That's why we dug deep to know that it is all about building the foundation first before you now start building the optics, which comes with it. So absolutely, this is a sustainable business that we're coming into. We don't fail.
Awesome. What's some of the Nigerian boxers we should be looking forward to at the Chaos in the Ring?
So Nigerian boxers, I would say number 1 is Taiwo Eshekwo Agbaje, who is from Mushin Town. For me personally, he's my world champion because he could have been a world champion anywhere in the world. He's ranked number 34 in the world at the moment, and all he needed is just a platform like this to showcase himself. He's from Mushin, he's a big fighter, he'll be featuring on the show. We have Yusuf Adeniji, who is a featherweight guy, signed to Balmoral early in the year. He went to represent Nigeria at the inaugural WBC Grand Prix that happened in Saudi Riyadh. Out of all the fighters in the world, he was number 8. He was knocked down in the quarterfinals session. So he's coming back to the ring, and for the first time, the Alakpare people, K2 people, can actually come in and come and see their champion come and fight. We have Basit Adebayo, who also too. This is a young fighter that doesn't have a mom, no dad, and he's been fighting his way out. We identified him. He is now the current WBO international title holder, but he's fighting for the WBO All Africa fight. He's going to be there on the fight card on that as well that way. There is Tyson Fury, who is a heavyweight guy, who is also be on the fight as well too. He'll be fighting the fighter on this. Tyson Fury will be fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, who will be fighting the African Fury. I mean, they call it African Fury. All right. So African Fury, the Nigerian Tyson Fury will be on the fight. So there's a lot of fighters and local fighters that will be given opportunity to fight international fighters, not just the local fighters. So this is way of us testing to even see how strong are you. If you say you're a Nigerian champion, come and put yourself with the best of the world on the biggest stage, showcasing to the rest of the world. So I mean, that is it.
Fantastic. Let me do a 360. I'll come back.
Yeah, let me work
right there. Yeah, we can wipe it. We'll just do a 360 just to show people what this gym looks like. It's a lovely gym. And you have also seen it. It's not in core London. It's not even in London. This is Epping, and you can see this sort of gym facility. How difficult is it in Nigeria for us to have this sort of, boxing facilities to keep our boxers in shape?
To be honest, I came into this gym, and like I said, this is really, 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 really nice. This is really nice, but this is something we can put together in Nigeria in 3-4 months.
But maintenance is the problem.
So for me, the challenge is that when we have to run boxing as a business, boxing has to be a business. It's not a free thing. One of the challenges I think Nigerians always feel like, government has to do this, government has to do that. Anytime government does this and it's for charity, nobody takes care of it. But if a private sector comes in and find a way to monetize it, then it's sustainable. If private sector runs something, private sector will not run something that is not profitable. I'm not going to go into a business if there's no money in it. So putting something like this means that I can raise more champions. It means that we can get more coaches to come in. It means that we can partner with international equipment companies that can showcase their equipment to the rest part of the world. So being sustainable, there's a model that makes this work. So if we can replicate the same model that makes this work over there, that means we can build and scale from there. I see no reason why not. And we have people like you, people like me, people like the coaches that have been here, that are interested in it, that are experienced in it. We have champions ready to rise. I think there's no reason why this shouldn't be sustainable.
I think so too, because that's what we've been calling for.
I think one of the things that we've been calling for is that we've been calling for the government to do the job that the private sector can do.
Is there accountability? Is there profitability? What is in it for the private sector to come in?
Boss, you have champions. These champions go and fight. These champions have to earn money. So it's a 360. It's a long game. A champion can go, a champion can earn $1 million if he does the right thing. If that champion earns, he knows where he came from. There's opportunity. What opportunity do they have now? There's no opportunity right now. But a fighter can go and fight, just one fight, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million. We can grow from there. That's a major economy. That's a major money that comes in. It's an international business, not a local business. Boxing is a global sport. So that is it, what is in it for them. Let the government take care of the amateur and let pro boxing be run by the private sector.
I agree completely, and that's why I want to know what are some of the things you've done to bring the private sector into Chaos in the Ring.
Think, for example, we have a company like Bet Niger. Bet Niger just recently signed Moses Atuma as their brand ambassador. Moses Atuma, as we know, that is the youngest prospect, and that is the future of boxing. And Bet Niger has actually keyed into him. Bet Niger has also keyed into Chaos in the Ring for the next 3 years. If a platform like this didn't exist, Bet Niger will not be invested in boxing this month. We have the likes of Nigerian breweries who have been involved in Nigeria football for a while. They have also come in with Climax and Amstel Malta into Chaos in the Ring. We have Waka now, who is a travel agent, international travel agent, because it's an international business, so we have to bring in a lot of visitors into the country. They have keyed into it. We have the National Sports Commission. They understand that yes, sport is for the amateur, but obviously we must create hope for the pro to see that yes, this is where we're headed to. So they have to support the pro boxing because that is where the amateurs are looking forward to go to, and they see the great future in it. Then they have to invest in it. We have obviously the banks as well to see how we can do. The world is there's a way the world is going that every athlete has a story. So every brand can tie their brand into a story for those brands to be able to tell. So you don't necessarily, you start creating superstars out of this fighter based on their stories. Yeah. I was just listening to a story of a coach now that talked about how he used boxing to get out and how boxing has been a way of life for him.
Right.
So there's so much that we can do. The world is changed now. The world is not as it used to go now. The world is about storytelling. With your phone and with your this thing, you can become a millionaire. So how much more? So how is boxing being a profitable business everywhere in the world, and it's not in Nigeria?
Interestingly, even before independence in 1960, Nigeria produced world champions. OKON-AKPAN.
Yes.
So you would expect that the things we've achieved with boxing.
No. Nigeria did that. AJ is not Nigerian. He has brought Deontay Wilder is Nigerian.
But the British have
but so because there's no platform. Get a platform, like I told you now. Dan Aziz is British American and British Nigerian. But Dan Aziz got an opportunity here to fight for a lot more money. But he found an opportunity that there's a platform in Nigeria, and he says, you know what, I want to be first to be part of the show. AJ wants to fight in Nigeria. Deontay Wilder would take a pay cut to come and fight in Africa. We all love where we're from because that is our identity. But if there's no platform that owns us, then we go to the best bidder.
Right. The Nigerian Boxing Federation, have they been supportive? Do you have any relationship with them?
I believe that boxing, so for me, I'm into pro boxing, and that is amateur. And so we are definitely going to be working together with the Nigerian Boxing Federation. But my focus, as you know, pro boxing is run as an NGO.
Yeah.
So I like to run things in a structured way.
Let's end it this way. Why are we doing this on Independence Day?
So, like I mentioned, historic. So when I think of word historic, I thought what's the first thing to do is to pick a historic date. Pick the historic fighters. Everything about this event is historic. Even the date is historic. The fighters will come out in a historic manner. And I'm asking Nigerian people that this is a major platform.
How are they coming out?
This is a way for us to showcase the Niger blood, the Niger energy, the Niger spirit to the rest of the world. Let the world feel our pulse. Let the world understand who we are. Let the world understand that this is all about energy. We see the real, we see everywhere in the world how people come out and mass to support their own. This is a cry, or this is a way for, I'm telling Nigerians that come out, and we've created a platform, and let us show the Niger energy, let us show the Niger way to the rest part of the world, and let us create a platform to the young and upcoming generation, because the time is now.
It is, I agree. Let's wrap it up this way. You said the fighters will come out in a historic way. Tell me about the entertainment aspect of Chaos in the Ring.
The entertainment way basically is to showcase the Niger. We know what music does. I mean, the fighters are coming out with top artists. The fighters are coming out like warriors. The fighters are dressed in like African warriors coming out for the war. We're about to give the world a showcase, a proper show, the way African way. And I'm super excited about it. And I hope you are as well too.
I am. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. All the best with Chaos in the Ring, and I really do we sustain this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With the likes of you, we definitely will sustain it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.